Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay. So today there will not be any PAT. Okay. So next week there will be PAT, and that will be a challenge test. Okay. Next PAT is challenge test for you. So that date I will inform you later. So next week anyway you will be having a challenge test. Okay. That's not
Ma'am,
called as PAT. That's challenge test. Yes.
how is that test different from PAT?
The question will be somewhat tough. Okay. Compared to PAT, the question will be tough because the question is a challenge-based question. Challenge-based question means it will be somewhat tough. Then about other procedures, I will inform you later. Okay. So next week there will be
Ma'am, it will be of 10 marks,
the
5 marks, how
portions.
many marks?
I think 10 marks. So all the details I will post you in the Teams. Okay. Later the syllabus and everything. I think it's
Okay.
10 mark. I will again check the syllabus and the syllabus information, the total number of marks. So what is the
Hello.
procedure? I will post you in the Teams. Okay. Yes. So today there will be only IPS. In the IPS, one question I have given. Today there is no PAT. Next week only there is PAT. Okay. Today there will be IPS. Okay. For IPS, one question from that dynamic memory allocation and then structures and union. I will give a small introduction today. Then from structures and unions also I have kept one question from each topic, one from structure, one from union. Then another one question from dynamic memory allocation. That already in the previous class I taught you about dynamic memory allocation. So one question from that. So totally 3 questions are in today's IPS. Okay. So next week we prepared for your challenge-based test. It's not called as PAT, it's challenge-based test. Other information I will post you in the Teams, okay, after checking the syllabus and all. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes?
can you also
Yes.
give some practice questions on VPropel, ma'am, for the challenge test so we'll get to know how difficult the questions will be?
Give some questions in VPropel. How
Yes,
to
ma'am.
schedule
Practice
before
questions.
practice questions. Practice
You'll give
questions.
IPS, no, ma'am.
Yes,
Like that
IPS.
only can we get some questions which are at the difficulty of the challenge test.
Mm, So questions I have to schedule inside VPropel, like that you are saying. You are meaning that to schedule the questions in VPropel.
Yes, ma'am.
Give few days time so that we can practice those problems.
Yes, but when will you practice? Next week, I think there will be challenge test.
Yes, ma'am. Give like 4 or 5 days time so that we'll
Yes, ma'am.
practice them.
Give time
Okay.
till weekend, ma'am. So once you give the
Okay.
questions, we'll practice whenever we have time.
In the weekend, I have to give. You will open by yourself and you will practice
Yes,
like
ma'am.
that.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will check that and I will inform you. Okay. Okay. So I will share the content on structures and unions. Wait. The challenge question means the question will be more or less similar to the question in your CAT. CAT also you may have some difficult questions, right?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. I will try to give some practice questions. Okay. I will check and say anyway.
ma'am. When is this exam, ma'am?
Next PAT. The date I haven't decided, but next week we have planned to conduct that challenge-based test. That is, instead of third PAT, there will be challenge-based test. So before this, we have conducted PAT 1, PAT 2. Next third test will be challenge-based test. Okay, the date I haven't fixed date. I will inform you. Next week. It's intended for next week. The date I haven't confirmed it.
Total
Okay.
6 only, no, ma'am, exams.
What?
Total
Yes.
number of exams is 6, right?
Uh,
Internals.
Wait, I will. 1 minute. Wait, I will open that and I will say I have the template for that. Wait 1 minute. Let me search for that. Minute. Actually, the challenging task, okay, the path 3 is challenging task. That is also for 10 mark. That is for 10 mark. So other than that, uh, so how many paths totally you are having, including the challenge test? So first two path 1 and path 2. Third one, path 3 is challenging task. Then you have path 4, path 5, path 6. Path 6 is also another one challenging task. Okay, path 3 and path 6 are challenging task. So 6 path. Then what you are having? Wait. 6 path. So this is for 60 mark. Other than that, wait, I will check and say. So 6 path you are having in total. Okay, each one is carrying 10 mark. Syllabus for the next challenging task that I will check and say. Mm. One minute, wait, I will check. So you are having 6 path, 10 marks each, then one final assessment test you are having, then one additional learning. What's that? I will verify later and say. So totally 6 path, then you are having one final assessment test. Okay. Yes, the final assessment test. The final assessment test, they are it's for 50 mark. Okay, the final assessment test will be for 50 mark. Other than that, you are having 6 path totally. Okay. So about the syllabus for the next batch, I will inform you later. Okay.
And we don't have any midterm exam.
What? What? Yes, I can't hear properly. Midterm.
Yes, ma'am. Midterm exam.
You are having midterm exam.
We'll have CAT exams towards the end of April, ma'am. And then in the mid of May month, we'll also be shifting to offline.
Yes, you will be shifted to offline exam next. Yes, you will be shifted to offline. Now it has been planned like this. Totally 6 PAT and another one FAT. Okay. What you were asking, midterm exam?
We don't have midterm exam, ma'am, for lab.
Yes, yes. They have planned like this only, 6 PAT and 1 FAT.
Yes, ma'am. Same. The last time also it was
Yes,
similar.
yes. Third and 6th PAT is called as challenging task. Okay. That's all. Totally 6 PAT, 6 assessments and one final assessment test. That test is very, very important. It's for 50 mark. Okay. Final assessment test.
Yes, ma'am. It will be weightage to 40 marks.
Yes. Okay. So I will share the slides. Wait. So structures, I think already these all things you may have studied in your theory, I think. All of you may have studied, isn't it, before CAT itself? No. Okay. So I will give an introduction about structures in C. And then we will do the IPS. In IPS, 2 questions are based on 1 question on structure and 1 question on union is there. Okay. So here, structure, both the structure and union, these are actually user-defined data type. These are actually user-defined data type. So here, if you see, within this particular user-defined data type, they are combining the data items of different kinds. So what is the meaning means, normally how you are declaring the data item, int A, then char A, like that integer, one variable is declared as integer, one variable is declared as character and all. So when you are combining this different data items, into a single user defined data type. So when you are combining these different types of data items into a single user defined data type means, for that what you are using means, you can either use structure or you can use union. So both these structures and union, they are having some advantages and disadvantages. Other than that, the usage is common. Both the structure and union, they are used to combine the data items of different types. So if you see here, for the structure, what is the keyword means? Struct. So struct keyword is used, and here the structure name, this is user defined. Okay, you can give your own username. So when you want to create a structure, you remember the keyword is struct. So for union, the keyword is union. Other than that, the things are similar as structure. Here also you are giving on user defined name. So within the structure, what all things you are having means, so you are defining struct keyword, then structure name, then opening curly brace, closing curly brace. Within that only you are giving the different data items of different kinds. So if you see here, one member may be of integer data type, one member may be of char data type, like that different data items can be grouped here. So here in union also the same thing. The only difference is in the keyword. Here it is struct, here it is union. So then what are the drawbacks of union? There are some drawbacks of union. When you are using union, you are having both advantages as well as drawbacks. So if you see here, what are the advantages when you are using union compared to structure means, in the union, some memory will be saved. Okay, because all the data items, here you are having these data items, isn't it? So all the data items are stored in the same memory location. All the data items are stored in the same memory location. So because of this, some memory will be saved. So this is the advantage. So in union, what's the disadvantage means? The same thing is the disadvantage also. What is the disadvantage means? When you are storing different data items in the same memory means, when you are accessing the data items at the same time, when you are accessing all the data items at the same time, the values or the informations will not be retrieved properly. That is, when you are printing, when you are retrieving the values from the union and you are trying to printing means, the values will not be printed properly. So that we will see next. So here if you see, in case of structure, so this is struct student. So this is a structure. So here the keyword is union. So here this is a union data type. So within that you are having two data type. One is integer roll number, another one is character. So one member is of integer data type, one member is of character data type. They are grouped as a structure and the name of the structure is student. Here also same thing. One member is of integer data type, one member is of character data type. They are grouped into one user defined data type, which is union. But what's the difference here? Everything declaration, everything same. But when it is saved in the memory, if you see here, this first member, it will be stored separately. So this is occupying 4 bytes, isn't it? Integer means 4 bytes. So this is saved separately. Then char, this is occupying 40 bytes. So this is saved separately. So 4 bytes, again 40. So 4 plus 40, totally it will occupy 44 bytes. So union. So union means, if you see, it will take the largest size into consideration. So what is the largest size? This 40 is the largest size. So 40 bytes of memory will be allocated, and within this 40 bytes, both the roll number and both the name will be stored within these 40 bytes. So this is actually an advantage, isn't it? Because here it is occupying 44 bytes. Here it is occupying only 40 bytes. So you are saving 4 bytes of memory, isn't it? So this is the advantage. But if you see, when you are trying to print these variables, when you are trying to print this roll number and name, in the output, it will not be displayed properly. So that is a disadvantage. So that we will see with the program next. So this is array of structure. So you know about the general structure, isn't it? So general structure, you know. So next is the array of structure. So first we will see how to declare the structure within this program. So in this program, I think this program I have given you in one IPS, I think. So here what is the aim of the program means here you are getting the roll number, grade and average mark of a student. Then you are trying to print the student. Suppose if you are having only one, if you want to get the information of only one student means you will be having only one record, isn't it? Only one record for only one student. Suppose if you want to store the record of some 10 students or some 5 students means that time array concept will also be introduced along with the structure. Array concept will also be introduced along with the structure. So here if you see here, as usual, you are declaring a struct keyword, then this is the structure name. Class is the structure name. Within this, you are having 3 variables. So what are the 3 different data members? Int, roll number, grade, mark. So these 3 are 3 different data types. They are grouped into a single user defined data type, that is class. So within the structure class, you are having roll number, grade and mark. So this is the structure. So if you see here, here you want to create the record for 3 students, isn't it? Here you want to create the record for 3 students. So here if you see, we have to declare a structure variable. We have to declare a structure variable. So how you have to declare a structure variable? Always you remember the members within the structure should be accessed with the help of a structure variable. The members within the structure should be accessed with the help of a structure variable. So here we are going to create the record for 3 students, isn't it? Here we are going to create the record for 3 students. So what you have to do means, so struct class, then this is the structure variable. So here you are going to store the record of 3 students. So here within the bracket you are having 3. This is equal to, so this is for first student. What is the roll number? 1. Grade of first student A. Then this is declared in float. So here again, for the second student, again for the third student. So all the 3 records are stored within the structure variable. So what is the structure variable? Class record. So within this particular structure variable, so this is structure, class is the structure, class record is the structure variable. So within this structure variable, you are having the record for 3 students. So all the information is now within the structure variable. Only with the help of structure variable, now you can access these members. So this you have to remember. So now you are passing. So when you are passing this structure variable itself, all the records are passed. So display of class record, display of class record. So here all the 3 records are passed here. Display of class record, all the 3 records are passed here. So then with this class record is now passed to the function definition. So this is function call, isn't it? Display of class record is the function call. So here there is a function defined, isn't it? So this is a function. So now the call goes to the function definition. So all the 3 records are now passed to these particular variable. So when you are printing it using for loop, how it is printed? Class record of I dot roll number. So why are you using class record of I? Class record is the structure variable. I already told all the members can be accessed only with the help of structure variable. So why the structure variable is declared as array here? Like this, why it is declared as array? Because it is holding the record of more than one member. So here if you see, you are passing the record of all the 3 students, then it is printing the roll number of first student, grade of first student, mark of first student. Then again the loop repeats, then for second student, then for third student. So likewise, the record of all the 3 students are printed here. So we have studied about declaring structure variable and printing the records using the structure variable. So whatever is the structure variable, you have to put the structure variable, then dot operator, and then only you can access the members. Members are variables. Any doubt in this?
Ma'am, using the same logic, we can also take the input as the following, right?
Yes. Using scanf, you can get the input
Yeah,
and
like
then you
only
can
scanf and ampersand operate.
yes, correct. Yes.
And
So
ma'am,
this is the thing what you asked, right?
yeah,
So,
ma'am, like
mm,
when we are initializing the array structure, we are using
yes,
square brackets and we are writing 3. So that
yes,
3 does not signifies like the like I of 3 or like that. It signifies that means like there are
totally three record.
three
Total,
records.
totally three record.
Okay. Okay.
Here, this is the program what you asked. If you see here, the previous program here
Yes.
itself, we initialized everything, isn't it? All the three records, if you see here, we initialized. If you
Yes,
see
ma'am.
in this program, just like the previous program, the only difference is that we are passing this to another function, get input. And here what you are doing means you are giving scanf and you are getting the input. Then using this function, using printf, you are printing. The same thing, only thing you have to keep in mind is you have to use the structure variable, then dot operator, and then the members everywhere. While getting input also, you have to use the structure variable. While displaying the output also, you have to use the structure variable. Okay, so this is another one thing. This is array within a structure. The previous topic was array of structure. Array of structures means uh, you are storing more than one record. You are storing more than one record. At that time, you are using here this array of structures. Array of structures. You are storing more than one record. Next one is array within a structure. Array within a structure means within a structure, within one particular structure, you will be having array. So here if you see what is the aim of this program means, here you are getting the roll number, grade and marks and you are displaying. So if you see here, only difference is that for the mark you have used an array. You have used an array. So if you see here, as usual, you are declaring a structure. This is the structure name. Within that you are having a roll number, grade, then marks. Marks is declared as float, but the thing is that the mark is declared as array here. The mark is declared as array. That means one student can have more than one mark. You can store 4 marks here. So it is given as marks of 4. Then other things are same. Structure, then candidate, then a structure variable is equal to then roll number, grade, then for you are having 4 marks, isn't it? Because here the marks is declared as array, because this is an example program for array within the structure. So you have to use array within the structure. So here if you see here, these 4 subject marks are stored here. Then you are calling using display of A. So when you are calling using display of A, the control goes here. So what is capital A here? Capital A is the structure variable. I already told in structure program, all the information is stored within the structure variable. So when you are passing this capital A, all the information is passed here. From here, the information goes on here. So here, if you see, this is the formal argument. This is the formal argument. This capital A is the actual argument. So why is this formal argument given like this? Because A is a structure variable, isn't it? This capital A is a structure variable. So when you are passing the structure variable, here it should be received by again one structure variable, isn't it? So here A1 is declared as structure variable here. So how it can be declared as structure variable here? So what is the data type before A1? Struct candidate. So if you are giving the data type as struct candidate, automatically A1 will become the structure variable. Did you understand why we are giving it as structure variable? Because here within display of A, you are passing a structure variable. So this capital A is the actual argument here. So it should be received here within the formal argument. So formal argument is also declared as a structure variable. So how you can declare it as a structure variable? You can give the data type as struct candidate. So within that, the same thing. You are using the structure variable, you are printing roll number. Using the structure variable, you are printing the grade. Here, if you see size of A1 dot marks, size of A1 dot marks, what is the size? Because mark is declared as float, isn't it? So float means 4 bytes. So totally you are storing the marks for 4 subjects, isn't it? 4 marks you are storing. So that will be equal to totally this particular marks will have occupied now 16 bytes, isn't it? So 16 bytes. So this is 16 divided by size of float. What is the size of float? Again 4 bytes. So 16 divided by 4, what is the answer? The answer is equal to 4. So we will be directly also you can give it as 4. Okay. This is just an indirect calculation. Directly also you can give the len as 4 here because you know that you are having only 4 marks, isn't it? Directly also you can give it as 4. Here how they have taken means they have taken the total size occupied by marks divided by the size of float. Float size is 4 bytes. So 16 divided by 4, it is 4. So here what it is doing means it is again printing the 4 subject marks. So if you see here in the output roll number, grade, and it is printing all the 4 subject marks one by one. So any doubt in this? No doubt.
Clear, ma'am.
Another one thing for the difference between structure and union. Here we studied on program, isn't it? This program. Is this program. So the same program you can write it using union also. Okay. So how you can write it using union means because one program I think like that I have given. So here instead of this struct what you can do means wherever you are having this keyword struct you have to replace it using union. Here also you have to replace it using union. But there will be change in the output. Okay. Here if you see when you are using the structure the output is printed clearly, isn't it? Roll number, grade and marks are printed clearly. If you see here, I am having the same program replaced with union. If you see here, the output is not printed properly. If you see here, this grade is not printed properly here. Here also, if you see, the only difference what I made means I replaced the struct keyword by union. But if you see here, the output is not printed properly in case of union. So this is the drawback in case of union because I already told, isn't it? So in union, all the data members are stored in the same location. And because of that, when you are accessing, the output will not be printed properly. So it is difficult to pass the test case in case of union because in union the output will not be printed properly. Okay. So that is one thing. Array within structure. Another one concept is there. That is pointers to structure. Pointers to structures is nothing. What we are going to do in pointers and structure means that you are declaring a structure variable, isn't it? In every structure program, you are using a structure variable. So when you are using the structure variable using pointers, it is the accessing is becomes somewhat different. The accessing becomes somewhat different. If you see here in this program, we are using pointers within structures. So how we are using pointers to structures? So here this program, you are getting the roll number, you are getting the name, and you are getting the marks, and you are printing. But what's the difference means you are using a pointer for the structure variable. So when you are using the pointer for the structure variable, some differences are there. We will see what are the differences. So if you see here, as usual, you are declaring a structure student. Then within the main program, first you are declaring a normal structure variable. This is as usual structure variable. Second, you are declaring a structure variable which is having pointer. So here the pointer structure variable is st. So st is the pointer structure variable. S is the normal structure variable. So this is the pointer structure variable. So here you are getting the input using ordinary structure variable. You are getting the input using ordinary structure variable. The ordinary structure variable is s, isn't it? So s dot s number, s dot s name, s dot mark. Like that you are getting the input. Then what you are doing means st is a pointer, isn't it? St is a pointer. To this particular st, you are assigning the address of s. You are assigning the address of s to st. So now when you want to access the members using st, what you have to do means you have to use this arrow operator. So when you are accessing the members using st, here st is a pointer variable. So you have to use the arrow operator. You have to use the arrow operator. So if you are using the normal variable structure variables means you have to use the dot operator. You have to use the dot operator. When you are using the pointer structure variable means you have to use the arrow operator. So that is the only difference here. So st to st the address of s is passed. So all the information from s is assigned to st. So all the information, this number, name and marks of s is now present within st. But can you access it using dot operator? No, because st is a pointer variable. So you have to use the arrow operator. So this is pointers.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can we use the asterisk symbol to access the value like asterisk st dot name s name like that?
I think there will be error because this is the syntax for accessing. You have to use the arrow operator. This is
I think
structure
it's
variable.
possible. I think
It's
it's
possible.
possible.
Okay,
If
can you
I
check
remember
and say
seeing
me?
somewhere.
No, because as far
Oh,
as I know, the arrow operator is not the only way, it's the alternate
okay,
way to access it.
okay. Okay, you check and say me, okay? When
Oh,
you, okay. I haven't checked that yet. If you check means you please inform me, okay? Okay,
okay.
okay. Then one program also we can see, and then we will start our IPS. So this is another one important program. Here what we are going to do means we are using structure within structure. Structure within structure. Structure within structure means within one structure you are having another one structure. So here we are having an example program. Here you are having a structure for organization. Within the structure for organization you are having another one structure, employee. So organization is the outer structure, employee is the inner structure. Okay, this is the inner structure. So this is the inner structure. Organization is the outer structure. So you are going to get the inputs of an organization. Sorry, you are going to get the input for an organization. So what are things you are going to get the input for an organization means you are getting the name of the employee, name of the organization, number of the organization. Then within the organization, you have to get the employee detail. So in order to get the employee detail, you have to use it as a separate structure. You have to use it as a separate structure. So outer structure is organization, inner structure is employee. So within the inner structure employee, what all things you are getting input? Name, ID and salary. So one outer structure is there, one inner structure is there. So what is the outer structure? Structure organization. Within the outer structure, you are having two data members here. Within the outer structure, first you are having two data members. Then third thing is another one structure. Within the inner structure, you are having again three data members. Totally, you are having 5 data members. So what you are doing here means, so here you are declaring the structure variable. You are declaring the structure variable. So here if you see here itself within this particular outer data structure itself, you are declaring the structure variable for employee. So that is EMP. So EMP is the structure variable for the inner structure. This is a structure variable for the inner structure. So what is the structure variable for the outer structure? It is declared here. So org, this is the structure variable for the outer structure. So this is the structure variable for the outer structure. So inner data members, what are the data members present within the inner structure? Employee ID, then name and salary, isn't it? So these are present in the inner structure, name and salary. So these are present in the inner structure. So in the outer structure, what is present here? This name and this organization member. So this name and this organization member, these are present within this particular outer structure. So whenever you want to access these data members within the inner structure, you have to first access the outer structure, then you have to access the inner structure, and then only you can access these data members. So how you can access these three data members? You have to use the structure variable org dot, then emp dot, then only you can access these three data members. So this organization and organization number, name and number, these two you can access directly. You can use org dot and you can access these two data members directly. But these three data members you can access using both these structure variables you have to access. Then only you can access the data members of the innermost structure. So if you see here, so here the size is displayed. Then if you see here, I already told, isn't it, for employee ID means this innermost data member. This innermost data member is the employee ID. So how it is accessed here? org dot emp dot employee ID equal to 101. Next, if you see org dot emp dot name. So string copy org dot emp dot name comma Robert means to this name Robert is assigned. But here if you see you are using two dot operator because this ID, name, salary, everything belong to the innermost structure, isn't it? So you are using two dot operators. But if you see see for this organization name and organization number, they belong to the outer structure. So you are using only one structure variable org. So org dot. So all the inputs are given here. Then for printing also same thing. For the innermost structure members, you have to use two dot operator. One using the outer structure variable, one using the inner structure variable. For the members of the outer structure, you have to, for the members of the outer structure, you have to use the, here if you see, members of the outer structure, you have to use only one dot operator. So that is the difference here. Here also only one dot operator because they belong to the outer structure. For all these three, they belong to the inner structure. So you are using two dot operators, one for outer structure variable and one for inner structure variable. So any doubt in this? I think IPS may have started, I think. Any doubt in this?
No,
No.
ma'am, here.
Okay.
Ma'am, I will share this PDF.
I will share. I will share. I think already I have shared, I think. No.
No, I
If
don't
not,
think
I will if not, I will upload. Okay, can you check whether IPS is opening? If it is opening means you do one by one each program.
It's not even showing, ma'am.
2:40 I scheduled already. Time is not 2:48.
No,
What is
like
that time?
it should at least show, right? Oh, it won't
Yes.
even show. No, it's not showing.
Wait.
Wait 2 minutes, ma'am, and see.
Okay. Time is only 2:39. So wait for 2 minutes. Dynamic memory allocation, I think this program I have given. Okay. So you have to get the input for three numbers and you have to calculate the sum. So this program I have given. Previous class we have studied actually.
Ma'am, should we write algorithm and everything, ma'am?
Algorithm. If there is space for that means you write. As this is IPS, it's not necessary actually. You just execute and see the output of program.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Not as showing 3 IPS.
Actually, I gave 3 questions. If I am giving it as a single IPS means you will not be getting enough time, isn't it? So I gave it as 3 IPS. You try one by one.
Ma'am,
Yes.
it's just it's a pad. It's an IPS, right? Don't need to write algorithm, etc. Right?
No, it's only IPS. You simply do the execute and check. That's all.
Yeah,
It's not necessary to write the algorithm.
Ma'am, 3 IPSs are there.
Yes. 3 questions. I have given it separately, that's all. Because you will not be getting, otherwise you won't be getting enough time. That's all.
And the first question reads that we have to find the sum of 3 students using dynamic memory allocation.
Yes. That
So
one I displayed now, isn't it? That program. 3
we
marks,
have
sum
to
of
use
3
Calec,
marks.
right?
Yes.
We use Calec and then using pointer we calculate the sum.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, in the scanf, it's not taking any input, ma'am. It says monitor command dumped core as a timeout. I don't know.
For structure program.
No, ma'am, for the dynamic memory allocation.
In scanner, it's not taking input.
Yes, ma'am, I don't know.
Using pointer only you are getting the input, right?
Yes,
PTR
ma'am.
point. Then
Like I don't understand. How do you get input with the pointer? I don't understand.
Using scanf.
Yes, ma'am.
Scanf
Scanf
percentage D,
percentage D.
comma PTR. PTR, that pointer you have to increment. PTR using for loop you have to give I.
Yes,
and
yes,
that
ma'am.
PTR
I've
plus
given
I.
it inside a for loop only, ma'am. Like
Uh,
for I equals 0 till I is equal to 2.
uh,
When I increment I every time, I've
uh,
given scanf percent D and my calc variable is A. Okay, so A of I.
Calc variable is
A.
A. Okay. Instead
So,
of P. Okay. A.
so I've given A of I.
A of I. We are giving it as array.
Of ma'am element, no.
Don't give it as array. See, while declaring calloc, you are assigning it to a pointer, isn't it? That in the left hand side, you are using a pointer, isn't it?
Okay, so
That same pointer
oh,
variable you use inside. Then directly the that data will be stored in that particular memory location.
okay, okay. Wait, let me check.
Okay.
Ma'am, should we send screenshot once we are done, ma'am?
Yes. If you have error means you send, otherwise you submit it there. If you finished one means, then try next one.
Ma'am, there's actually no need to.
Yes.
I can actually give A of I itself, ma'am. I just have to add an ampersand symbol. Because if I
It's
give
okay.
it, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm getting an error in IPS 1. I have sent you the code in direct chat, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Can you check?
I will check.
Ma'am, to use Caliph, we have to use this standard lib, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
stdlib.h. Anand Bharadwaj, you are also getting CLOC was not declared, isn't it? You declare that header file stdlib.h.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Mama sent you my code in a personal chat. Could you just check once? I'm not getting the desirable output.
Wait 1 minute. Who is Nishant? Okay, I will
Right,
check.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. I will check. Nishant, you don't use like this PTR of 0. How it will work? PTR of
It works like that, right?
it works, but the while taking back the values for adding, it's not taking properly. I think that's why when I checked in the compiler, the sum is declared as sum is printed as 0 actually.
0, yeah.
It's taking the sum as 0, right? That's the
Yes.
problem. Only when you are using like this PTR plus I only, it will perform the arithmetic operation on that pointer, and the pointer will increment to the next location. So that's the problem in this program, I think. You
Oh,
use
ma'am,
PTR plus I.
I'll use the asterisk symbol. Then it will start taking the value at that address.
Yes, but here you have to take 3 values, isn't it? So you have to increment the pointer, isn't it? First, the pointer will be pointing to the first location. So it will store the first value. Then you want to make the pointer point to the next location. So you have to do the arithmetic operation, PTR plus I. PTR plus 1, PTR plus 2. Like that you have to do. Then only the pointer will move to the next location.
Okay, like
That's
that
the problem here, I think, because it is taking the input PTR of 0. If you are giving PTR of 0, means it's taking the input. But when you are doing the calculation, it's not taking that value properly. So use PTR plus I.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, like PTR plus plus, I can use that.
Ah.
I can show the code for the second question for just 1 second.
Yes.
Are you showing, ma'am, the code for the second question?
Aditya Krishna. You
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
see the which question? That memory allocation, that one.
No, I completed that. Now the next question, the structure.
Structure question. You want to see the code? Okay, wait.
Yes, sir.
Wait.
Okay, thank you. I just want to check.
Okay.
Okay, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I mean the second question.
Hmm.
We have to take 2 records by convention, or is there any way to know how many records the computer is going to input?
You can assign it as you can get the value of n. That much number of records you can get the input.
Ma'am, but in VTOPL test case there is no n, right?
Yes. I think for 3 records I gave. I think 3 or 2. I don't remember actually.
I
3.
think
I
it is
think.
2 because I
2.
just
2.
gave a dummy as
Okay.
print. So it is given 2.
Okay. 2. Okay.
Ma'am, if you're done with IPS, can you leave?
Wait, I will take the attendance and then you leave.
Okay,
Wait for 5 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes. Rohit.
yes, ma'am. I sent my
Rohit.
code for union in the.
Rohit, for
I'm not
union,
getting the output.
union, the output will be like that. It will not be printed properly. That's the disadvantage in union. So in union, when you are printing the output will not be printed properly. Okay, that's okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ah.
Ma'am, and I also had a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
For pointers as a format specifier, sometimes we use UC and sometimes P, no, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you tell me the difference, ma'am, between using UC and P?
P and another one, which one you are asking? You.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait 1 minute. When you are actually printing the address information using P means it will be printed in the hexadecimal representation. U means unsigned hexadecimal representation. Unsigned hexadecimal representation means that sign information will be removed. Okay, the sign information will be removed in unsigned hexadecimal representation. When you are printing it using P means the sign information will be included there. The sign information will be included there. In U means the sign information will be removed. So it is printed in the unsigned format. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Shravan here. I've sent you a screenshot of my code. Can you check why my my output is still different from what I should get for union?
For union.
No, I'm like, I know, ma'am. You said that the output will be different, but then my output is like totally different. It's not supposed to be this.
Okay, let me check 1
That's
minute.
why I'm.
I will check now. Wait.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I also have the same problem. I'm just getting 2 zeros in output.
Actually, union. Wait. Only for Shravan, only the last thing is printed properly, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Others are not at all printed properly.
I went and checked an online compiler also, ma'am. Even there, it's giving the
They're
same
also
error.
same thing.
Yeah.
Then it may be due to the problem of union. One value it is printing properly. Others only it's showing problem. For structure, did you get the correct
Yes, ma'am.
output?
I did the same logic in structure. I got output for structure.
Then it may be problem with the union only. In union, I mean, when you're printing, it's showing sometimes problem in the output.
Okay, so I'll just leave this like that.
Okay.
I submitted the other. the other two tests, ma'am. So
wait 1 minute. I will take the attendance, and after that you leave. 1 minute. I will let me open the wait out. Wait. Pranashri.
Present, ma'am.
Ankita.
Present, ma'am.
Rohan. Rohan
Yes, ma'am.
Madan. Harini.
Yes, ma'am.
Harini.
Ma'am, she is present. Her mic is at work.
Okay. Charles Laurent.
Present, ma'am.
Anushka.
Present, ma'am.
Shaurya. Shaurya Shekhar. Absent. Pranav Raja.
Present, ma'am.
Aravind. Aravind absent. Present.
I'm present, ma'am.
Shri Rohit. Shri Rohit.
Present, ma'am.
Prasoon.
Present, ma'am.
Jay Kishore.
Present, ma'am.
Akshara.
Present, ma'am.
Muralidharan.
Present, ma'am.
Rahan.
Present, ma'am.
Annamalai. Absent. Rajesh. Rajesh.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Tarun.
Present, ma'am.
Tarun present.
Present, ma'am.
Kyati Bhavesh.
Present, ma'am.
Kiruba Srinivasan.
Present, ma'am.
Akshida. Akshida Mary.
Present, ma'am.
Anand Bharadwaj.
Present, ma'am.
Sriharan.
Present, ma'am.
Karun Pramod.
Present, ma'am.
Karun Shravan Venkatraman.
present, ma'am.
Astik.
Present, ma'am.
Vishal Bhumakannan.
Present, ma'am.
Nishant Kumar. Nishant.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Arya Yogesh. Arya Yogesh Tapasvi.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, present.
Aditi.
Present, ma'am.
Arnav.
Present, ma'am.
Mahika.
Present, ma'am.
Aravind Srinivas. Aravind.
Ma'am, Arvind Srinivas is present, but his mic is not working.
Okay. Nandu.
Present, ma'am.
Ravina.
Present, ma'am.
Tamilan.
Present, ma'am.
Mradul Goyal.
Present, ma'am.
Shashank.
Present, ma'am.
Ganesh Chaudhary.
Present, ma'am.
Siddharth.
Present, ma'am.
Pratham Srivastava.
Present, ma'am.
Abbas.
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Adarsh.
Present, ma'am.
Nishit Kumar.
Present, ma'am.
Rishabh Kumar.
Present, ma'am.
Ajay Raja.
Present, ma'am.
Pranav.
Present, ma'am.
Karthik Pal.
Present, ma'am.
Rakshini. Rakshini.
Present, ma'am.
Sudhagiran Kodali.
Present, ma'am.
Ashwan.
Present, ma'am.
Yehia.
Present.
Ayanjit.
Present, ma'am.
Hariprasad.
Present, ma'am.
Gunturu Sashank.
Present, ma'am.
Sahil.
Present,
Par-
ma'am. Sahil present.
Paruchuri Rajesh. Paruchuri Rajesh. Absent. Satyasai. Satyasai Kumaraja. Absent. Gautam. Gautam. Absent. Harshal. Gautam, Harshal, all are absent.
Ma'am, Gautam present, ma'am.
Harshal. Harshal present. Harshal absent. Ragul. Ragul.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek. Abhishek. Abhishek absent. Shubhanival. Shubhanival absent. Aditya Krishna.
Present, ma'am.
Sriram.
Present, ma'am.
Kevin. Kevin. Absent. Jayant.
Present, ma'am.
Rishi.
Kevin present, ma'am.
Kevin present. Rishi present.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, always say your attendance properly. If your mic is not working, means send at least a message. Otherwise, if you stay at the last minute, means I can't do anything. Okay, absent is Shaurya Shekhar, Annamalai.
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
Who? Annamalai.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Always check your attendance in between, okay? Don't come at the last minute to me. Paruchuri Rajesh, Satya Sai, Harshal Gajendra. Then Abhishek absent, Shubh Beniwal absent. Okay. So
Ma'am,
if you
did
have
you call
finished the
Santosh?
Who? Who?
Ma'am, did you call Shashank Santosh?
Santosh.
Shashank Santosh.
No. Sashank Santosh. Wait. What's the spelling? Yes.
SAS
Yes.
HANK.
Shashank present. Present.
Okay, ma'am.
So if you have finished the IPS and given the attendance means you can leave. Otherwise, sit and do the IPS.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, we got a PAT marks, PAT 1 and 2. Ma'am, would we get to know where marks were cut?
See,
Because, ma'am, because the code passed, but the marks
Actually,
aren't
there is plagiarism check. Okay, there is I when I do the correction, I can see most of your codes are almost similar. That is similar means same variables, same function name. Actually, it's showing the plagiarism. Some for few of you, I saw the plagiarism as 83%, 70%. That are high level of similarity. So when there is high plagiarism, means I have reduced the mark. Other than that, for that algorithm and all, I have checked, and that for all that also I have reduced the marks. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have finished and given the attendance means you can leave.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, even in the union, you said that at least the name should be printed correctly, right?
We can't say exactly, but I think at least one or two output should be correct.
No, ma'am.
When I
I'm
was
just getting
executing
0 and 0.
everything 0.
No, I'm
Then
just getting
say-
only 2 zeros. At the second and fourth position, I'm getting blank 0 and then again blank and 0.
At least one or two values should be printed properly. When I was
I said
executing one or two values, at least I got printed properly. Check your program once then.
Ma'am.
Ah,
Mama,
Nishan.
yeah, mama, sent you my code,
I
ma'am.
am
Could you?
checking your code only.
Okay, ma'am.
Wait, I am checking that only.
I have also sent you my code, Aditya.
Okay. Wait. Nishant Kumar, when you are calling that function display of, there is no need to mention that data type. Actually, within that display of function, within that bracket, that struct employee is the data type there, right? The data type is structure, right? So in the function definition only you have to mention struct employee. In the function call, you specify just 1, 2. Okay. Did you understand?
Yes,
Always within the function call, we will not be mentioning the data type, right? In the normal, even in the normal function call. So don't mention that struct. Give only that structure variable there.
Okay, ma'am. I'll try like
Okay.
that.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the
Adit,
program output, it's showing question mark, ma'am. Why like that?
At least 1 or 2 things should be
Yeah.
printed properly. If not,
No,
means you check the program. Wait for Aditya's program. Actually, I am checking. Wait. Aditya, did you run this in the other compiler, online compilers?
Ma'am, in VS Code also it is giving the same output as I sent you, 0 and 0.
Same output. Then that may be because of the union only. I can't see any error in your program. Your program is okay. Then it may be because of union. Here I can't see any error. Okay.
Ma'am, but how come, ma'am, union is giving different errors for different people? I think.
Different errors means that is the problem because it is using the same memory for storing everything. While retrieving, there will be problem. But here you are not at all getting, at least one output should be printed properly, but your program is so okay. What is the thing? You may have used the same program for structure also, isn't it? Only the keyword you may have changed, right, Aditya?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Then it may be because of the union only, because you are getting the correct output when you are using structures. Then it may be because of union only you are getting this. Then it's okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I've sent you my output picture, ma'am. Could you just check once?
Okay.
It's like quite absurd, ma'am. Like question mark.
I don't know why.
Actually, I didn't get Nishant. I didn't get your output image here. Only the program is there.
No, I have sent you, ma'am. The
You sent.
picture it has been sent. Yes.
Okay, wait. Yes. Now I receive.
Okay.
Wait.
Ma'am, is that a different character which?
Some additional. Yes, for that Anand, it is displaying some different characters, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, that's okay. This is for union program or structure?
No, this
For
is for structure.
structure.
Right.
When you run in the online compiler, whether it's displaying properly, did you check that?
No, ma'am, I haven't
You,
yet.
you try that. Sometimes it
Okay.
may display properly there.
Okay,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
in the union code, even if I changed all the union keyword with structure, it is still giving the same 0,0 now. I don't know why.
Aditya.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's not working for structure also.
Ma'am, this
there,
code, the earlier structure code I passed in execution. But when in this
Okay.
code I changed union with structure the same error is coming. I don't know.
In the online compiler also same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, the first program only you may have changed it to union and you may have checked, isn't it? While writing the program for union, first you may have written only for structure, isn't it?
So on the second question, okay.
And
I'll try changing.
that time structure question passed, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
First time. Then why, when you are again changing, it's giving problem?
This time I tried changing the third question to union. The logic is same, but yeah, the question is slightly different. But I don't know why it is giving like this.
Then another one thing, here you have given int main, isn't it? Int main means you have to give return, right?
I have given int main void in both the cases.
No, actually before main there is int, isn't it? So the return type is integer. So here you have to give return 0 within the main program.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying. I'm using int main void inside the bracket. If I give void inside int main, I don't think I need to give return 0.
No, that void is actually the argument for the main function, isn't it? The return type is anyway int.
No, ma'am. Actually, I've been using this only for like this
for all
entire
the
semester.
program.
Yes, ma'am. It is
It's not
working.
showing any error.
No, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I think this, as you said, this union only is giving error. Because in the second IPS question, when I tried using union, it is not even taking input properly. Like it is only allowing me to enter 3 or 4 inputs and not 6 inputs.
Okay.
So we will never get to use union in exams, right? Because it always gives error, I think.
It won't pass execution. That okay. If it's a simple CAT exam means it's okay. In BPROPL means it won't pass the test. Same thing in pointers also we had a problem, isn't it? That memory address will not be the same for everyone. So that point, similar to that, for this union also it won't pass the test. Okay. Okay. So I am ending the meeting. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, since the codes are mostly similar, would adding comments reduce the plagiarism check, the plagiarism percentage?
I don't understand.
Ma'am, since the codes we are typing are generally similar, so due to the plagiarism
No.
check,
Some persons are getting even 11%, 12% plagiarism. Like that also some persons are there. Their code is unique. That's why. If it is very high plagiarism only, I have reduced the marks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, above 50 or something only, I have reduced the marks. Otherwise, I didn't reduce actually. If it's some 20 or 30% also, it's okay. But many of you are getting above 50%. There are also persons who are getting just 12%. That persons are also there in your class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
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 Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.